Jeray, and you're with Jeray's Locs. Okay, I just wanted to come through and give you a quick video. About a lot of misconceptions, as we say, or myths about locks. Let's get into it. Just drill right into it, okay? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I like locks, I really like this, I like that, I want to start my journey, or whatever whatever the case may be, and they might be hesitant, okay, about certain situations, like but I heard locks is this, and I heard locks be doing it. Well, don't you? Is they clean? Like a whole lot of foolishness. We're gonna shut that down right now. We're gonna shut it down, okay? I don't think you're right into it. Now we're gonna get into it. Okay, we're really gonna get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna do five myths about locks, okay? Where people got it all misconstrued. Okay, first thing we're gonna talk about, and I'm getting this off of. Hold on, let me shout people out, because I like to shout people out if I'm using their notes and I'm going off of their article. I'm a Pinterest person, so I look up a lot of things. I'm a Fufu, OMAFUFU is the name of said blogger, okay? And anyway, if you want more information, I will tag her somewhere so that everybody help everybody out here. Okay, but anyway. Okay, so according to her, these myths, I've seen so many, heard so many things, and I even had a couple of misconceptions myself, but I had to learn, research. I tell y'all to research all the time, okay? So, number one, start your locks if you want locks. Okay, we're gonna start, but you got to cut all your hair off, or you got to start short. Like, you have to have your hair short to start locks. That is the first myth that I'm gonna talk about today. That is a myth. That is no fact in it. Do I have to be natural to start my hair? You do not. You can be relaxed hair as well. You do not have to. Now, with relaxed hair, it might take a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But once that new growth start cutting in, you be good to go. But like for the loose end, for your straight hair to start, it might be, it might take a little bit longer for the locks to actually blend in the way they need to, but it still can be done. And you don't always have to start when they're short. I know a lot of people, guys, they have, maybe they have a short cut anyway, so they growing their hair out and it appears shorter. But then you can do that. But if you have long hair right now, or if you have natural hair, loose hair that's at a certain length, at any length you can start your locks. Okay? Any length, it does not matter. You can have relaxed hair, it does not matter. Okay, so we got that straight. Yeah, a lot of people may be hesitant because they're like, oh well, I can't start, I don't want to cut my hair, or I don't want to start from the beginning and I gotta be looking like I got twigs all over my hair. Ain't nothing wrong with you looking like you got twigs over your hair, but it's not necessary. You can start your hair from anywhere from 4 inches to 20 inches. You can start your lock journey. Just letting you know. You don't have to do that, so it's not required. Okay, myth number 2. Okay, let me think about this one. Cut your hair off. Okay, I kind of mentioned this a little bit, that some people feel like you have to cut your hair, you have to cut your locks when you want to change. They feel like it's so permanent that it's like, well, it's too permanent. I might want to change my hair in a year. I might want to change my hair in a couple of months. I don't know. If you want to change your hair in a couple of months, then starting locks probably ain't what you want to do. But if you want to go through doing it anyway, you can change your hair whenever you want to. Okay? You do not have to feel like, well, in order for me to do this, I have to be, I have to have it at a certain length. You know what I'm saying? If I want to change, then I probably have to cut my hair off, or I have to start my journey all over again, and that's just not true. Okay? Now, if you want to take your locks out, it's on you. But before you take your locks out, just think about what you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Is this an emotional decision, or is it a decision you just been thinking about it over and over again? It has nothing to do with anything. You just want to know. Look, just always do that, because sometimes making emotional changes can, making an emotional decision, is not always great. You want to make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. But you can, you know, to take your locks out, you do not always have to cut them. Okay? You can actually cut these, you can actually comb these bad boys out. For those that don't know, you can actually do that. It's not an issue. Or now, me, I probably would cut mine if it was me, if I just didn't want to do it anymore. I've done it already. My first set of locks, I cut them. Okay, but if I wanted to go through that tedious process, I could have gotten each one of them and combed them out over time, and it takes a while. So look, I need to get this fixed. This is bothering me. You see that? I gotta get that fixed. Anyway, so you can get it done. You don't have to cut your hair, all your hair off. I've seen many videos, and maybe you have too, of people that cut their hair off and they actually go through the whole journey. There's an actual place for that. You can actually just Google it. Google it or YouTube it, and people do that all the time. Just letting you know, if you do that, be ready to sit there if you go comb it out. It takes a lot, but if you're ready to do that, you can. But you don't have to always have it where you have to cut it. That's the only way you can do it. It's not the only way. Okay. All right, myth number 3. Well, I have a video about the ugly stage, or what they call the ugly stage. I have a video about that. But there will always be an ugly stage when you get locks. Myth, misconception, not always true. Okay, it's not always true. First of all, the awkward, I would rather say awkward, ugly, whatever way you want to refer to it, but we shouldn't be in a pot. We want to do it in a positive way. I think ugly is negative, so we don't have to say that. Let's say awkward. That's when your locks are in that in-between stage. You have your starter locks, and some of them might be sticking up here. You might wake up, your hair is all over the place. My daughter, she's been has starter locks since February of this year, so her hair be looking crazy half the time. But I keep it in ponytails, so it don't matter. But it just, it might be a little difficult to manipulate at a certain length and at a certain phase of your locks, but it's gonna get there eventually. Okay, and we don't want to tag it as saying ugly, but I know that's what hold up a lot of people. They be like, I don't want to go through that stage. I'm sorry. I'm waking up, I'm looking crazy. I'm like, just spray it down with your water and your oil, spray your hair down and put it in the style, or put a headband on and call it a day. That's what I did. Not this go around, but when I had my starter locks and I started all the way through like that, everybody kind of go through a stage to a certain extent, but I just feel like it's a myth that everybody has to have an ugly stage. Not always. It's just a phase of when your hair is in between locking, budding, and it's not a full lock yet. It's not fully on its own. It doesn't have a solid, it's not solid yet. It's still, it has to swell. It goes through different things. It's going through phases. And so we don't want to call it an ugly stage or it's an awkward stage, but it's just a part of what, it is going to do what it do. Believe in the process, okay? It's a beauty to it. After you look at it for a while, it is a beauty to it, to see it go from, even when you have a plant, you might have a plant with a few leaves on it, you know what I'm saying, that's looking frail, it's looking like it's not matured yet, but then when it starts growing and going through its phases, in between phases, going through, and then you have this beautiful plant over time, over a year or two time, that it's grown into this beautiful thing. So I feel like it should be a beautiful stage, an awkward stage, but it's not nothing that it won't hurt you, it won't kill you. Your confidence where it need to be. Look, having locks will have you on a whole new level of confidence, because it's gonna pull everything out of you, so to speak. Like, your true beauty will come out, and you will learn to love yourself, love your hair, and keep it moving. Okay, so it doesn't always have to be stamped as something so negative. You know what I'm saying? If a lot of ways, I have a video about it, but if you feel like you're uncomfortable at that stage, it's a million head wraps. It's a lot of creative styles you could try, accessories, headbands. You know what I'm saying? I keep a headband. I got about 20 or more headbands even now. You know what I'm saying? So it's ways to wear your hair and get around that phase. You know what I'm saying? And it's a journey. So just be ready for the journey. And your journey is not everybody's journey. It doesn't always have to be this negative, thought process. Like, oh, you gotta go through that ugly stage. You don't have to be ugly. It doesn't have to be negative. Just work on positivity, and you go make it do what it do. People that don't, you got locks, they don't wash their hair. Okay, that's a lie. You can wash your hair as much as you want to. Okay, I do it probably every 2 weeks, like I would normally do my natural hair. It depends on how I was wearing my loose natural hair at the time, you know what I'm saying? But I wash it just as the same intensity that I wash my regular hair or relaxed hair. So I don't believe that's true, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just walking around with dirty hair. Like, no. Now, I know some people got a loose hair, natural or relaxed, or just whatever, and they washing their hair and it smell like you know what and you know when. Okay, so I don't know why it's a thing with people that wear locks that we have to be walking around, looking like, like our hair is not washed or it's dirty or whatever. Like, no, it's not. I wash my hair. and you can do, okay, wash your hair. Now, a lot of people say, well, you can't wash it a lot of times, or I've heard a lot, especially like maintaining starter locks. They don't want you to wash your hair for a certain amount of time to avoid, if you got coils, if you're starting with coils, it unraveling, or a 2-strand twist, letting it unravel. But it don't have to, it depends on your hair type though. Like, everybody has different textures, different hair types, things of that nature. And there's ways to go around that. If you find that your hair is unraveling, which you can do, I've seen videos, but you actually can get like a stocking cap on your head and wash your hair that way. Look, I've seen it. Go YouTube it, okay? You can wash your hair that way so that nothing unravels, but the soap is getting into your scalp. It's just ways of getting around it, that you don't, maybe washing it in sections, or using the banding method to section off your hair and wash it that way so it won't unravel. It's a couple of ways. You could Google that, or YouTube that on how to do that. But my hair, child, I have tight curls. I got that faux A, B, and C in my head. So it didn't, the tighter your coils are, your curls are, or some people that don't understand it, the nappier your hair is, the faster it locks. I hate to say nappy because I feel like that's not positive either, but sometimes they be like, what are you talking about? 4A, 4B, C. Okay, look that up too. I can't give you all the information, okay? You gotta do a little research. But like, the looser your hair strand is, the harder it might, or it may unravel at the beginning. It may. The tighter it is, you don't have to worry about that, so don't worry about it, okay? Okay, so you can wash your hair, and we do wash our hair, and you can wash it as much as you want to. Now, when I got my lock extensions, I was advised not to wash it for a little while, a few weeks or so, and it was cool. I didn't care. It wasn't like stinky or dirty, but it was just like, I'm not obsessed with washing my hair, but I do keep it clean. Okay, so it depends. But as far as thinking that all locks are dirty, unkept, stop thinking it. That's you know, through centuries, you know, through years and cultural type situations, you can learn about different stuff. We have to be educated, okay? It's good to get a good education, but either way, keep your hair clean, keep your scalp clean. That's all I gotta say. Locks is for the Rastafarians only. That's something they own. No, they don't. Now, did you know it originate with them? Maybe it did. Okay, if you think about Rastafarians, you may think about Bob Marley. You know, and the Jamaican, you know, culture. You know, and that's things that you have to go into, and you know, they have spiritual reasons for their hair to do. They choose locks for spiritual reasons, and some people do that. They still feel that way, and they might not be all the way Rastafarians, but you know, they will be like, well, I feel connected with my hair, or if I feel bad energy in my hair, I cut it, or you know what I'm saying, it's more of a spiritual route. But it's not always for everybody. It might just be, look girl, this is my hairstyle. This is what I want to rock. As many people of all religions, different faiths, whatever, can wear locks. So yeah, so that's basically it. Like that's just a couple of things that I feel like people have, you know, had issues with when it comes to locks and trying to figure out what's the best route, and you know, but they have these pre-existing opinions or misconceptions that are just simply not true. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you want, when you want to, how you want to. You know what I'm saying? I always say that on my page. It's your hair, so you make the decisions to do what you want to do to it. And basically, you know, there are many other myths about locks, but I just thought I'd go off this article that I saw on Pinterest, and I will post her information when I got that blog from, her blog or whatever about it. But I was just like, you know, a lot of people might feel like that, and then they will have their own misconceptions and not want to try out this style or this lifestyle or this hair journey just because, oh, well, I'm Christian, I can't be doing nothing to have anything to do with the spirits and Rastafarians. Look, do your research on all that. First of all, if you don't know what you're talking about, please at least know what you're talking about before you start talking, and then don't be loud and wrong. Okay? Alright, that's all I have for today. I just wanted to drop in a video for the week and let you guys know that there are many misconceptions about locks, and there are many facts. So just do your full research on whatever you decide to do. Okay, research, and it will help you out in the long run. So peace out. Thank you for watching my video, and I look forward to our next video. All right, peace.